Okay, first thing, anyways, as he said, I work in a bank. I studied engineering for 4 years, probably not, 1 year, I guess. And I work in a bank. So you see how asymmetry works. You know, that's where it started probably. Uh, Working numbers and accounts is not my department. Management is not my department. I know buildings. I can, count things. Okay, can you? Okay. Okay. So when you're trying to be funny, most of the time you're not. You're just being nervous, and that's what You see that born identity. Okay. That I thought it was funny when I made it, but it's not apparently. So, anyways, yeah, I suffer from a disease. It's not life threatening, except if you sleep when you're riding on a highway on a bike on a midsummer afternoon and hit someone else. So I sleep a lot. I sleep when I'm standing. I sleep when I'm sitting. Even when I can sleep when I'm giving this lecture. In fact, I don't know. you know. So during that time, I discovered doodling. Doodling basically, you draw something, you speak something. I can draw and I speak and I can listen and I can remember. So that was when during that time, when I was I joined this bank. This is what I did most of the time. And these are, this is training. That's Batman right there. And, this is something else. That's Nay. And it started off well, but after some time when I tried to draw something new, every curve looked like fire there. See there? This one? Okay. Anyways. So every straight lines look like a spike. So one day I sit down and think about it. Letters should be the best thing because I tried to draw face buns and it looked like a tree. So I stopped drawing faces right there. And I started drawing letters, and once I drew a name, my name, and it looked, it has to look something else on the other side. This is, I've done this for a friend, SID, and the other way is SID, the same thing. And so this all started with one Facebook status message when I was doing the initial one. It took about 5 hours time. This is Pratyusha and Pawan, by the way. This is and. When you reverse it, it becomes here, it Y. That is Y. So the entire thing. It takes around 3 or 4 hours to do this, the entire procedure. Okay. So that is SHRU, Shruti, shortened for Shru. This is Abhinav. These were the easiest things that I had in the initial stages, and it started off like that. I had around 9 names, but soon I was done with it. Nobody asked me for ambigrams. Nobody even cares if their names are written probably reverse or whatever in whatever way they are written. That is Aditya, and this is Rags, RAGS. Reverse, the same thing. So that was a starting point, but I soon ran out of names and one day there was, I was called for a training session for 1 month near in Begumpet. So, this was the boring supremacy part. In 1 month, after 1 week of, the start of that particular training session, I started sleeping. So I had to fight it in class because it's a job and you can't sleep in a job. And I start off drawing all these things. These, the wood ambigrams, whatever, with the wood background are done during that period. So there were around 38 participants. I did around 25 in 3 weeks. So it was like a rapid fire round. What is your name? Done. What is your name? Done. Yours? Done. That's what I did for the entire 3 months period. And during this time, I've learned 2 things. One is that if you try to do something properly, you have to do it properly. You can't exactly. That's the spirit. So I mean, I don't sleep when I'm drawing. That's one good thing. So tools I use basically I started drawing with pen. I used my mobile phone on as a background. That light. I use the light to illuminate that paper, and so that I can trace it out. And then I started using pencil and trace paper, which was quite easy. That is Amulya, by the way. She's a very nice girl. She's a kid, actually. And so I start drawing like this. There is no specific pattern in anything. If you see all my ambigrams, there is nothing similar, and even a word is not, even a letter is not similar. So this is Vadana and this is Kalyan. They are married, so it's something that I did. They are my cousins. Yes. So okay. Right. Right. So these ambigrams, as you know, as with this presentation, they are not perfect, and that's what I try to do right now. That's what I'm learning to do. I've learned Adobe Illustrator quite a bit, but I'm not really good at drawing properly. You know, if I start drawing once and I try to copy it, even then it doesn't look the same. Even if I trace it, it doesn't look the same. So every time, every iteration is new. But I end up with a good thing at the end of the day. So I try to do right now in computer and export it probably. So one guy, I have to mention this guy. His Twitter handle is Monster. I can't spell his name. I mean, I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to ruin his name. He's a very good illustrator. As you can see, this entire thing is drawn you know, at one stroke. The entire thing without any trace. It's a cycle. Okay, I didn't have 20 slides. I had to prepare this when I was traveling from 150, you know, away from my brother's marriage till here in my car. So, okay, forget it. I don't have a slide anymore. So this is my hobby. I mean, you know, we can't explain a hobby using slides and photos. So, thanks a lot.